Whether you are camping, grilling out, just spending some time in the great outdoors, there are outdoor pests that can pose certain dangers to not only you, but your pet. Dr. Speiser is here now to share some outdoor threats and what you can do to prevent a trip to the emergency vet. We hear all about it all the time when it comes to us, but our pets are outside too, and there's all kinds of threats out there for them too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, where should we start?
Well, I tell you what, there's really about 4 different things we worry about. There's the blood-sucking insects, the ticks, mosquitoes,
I
and
want
fleas,
you to rub my
of course.
belly.
Yeah, Rosie likes that. And then, of course, we have the stinging insects, the bees and wasps.
Yeah.
We've got spiders, and then, of course, we've got snakes.
Okay, so where should we start and what should we be looking out for?
Well, let's start with fleas, ticks, and mosquitoes. The one thing to do as far as mosquitoes is don't use like off that we would use for us. This is toxic. You put it on them, they'll lick it, and it is a toxic substance. It's a better thing to use something like this that you can get from your veterinarian that actually will control fleas and will also repel mosquitoes and ticks both. If your pet would get a tick, it's very easy to get it off. You just grasp it very close to the head and gradually pull it off. You'll get a little bit of skin with it. Then you can take some alcohol and just daub the area with alcohol to kind of take care of that.
I know a lot of people are always nervous that they hear all the time that if you pull too hard, you're going to leave the head. And is that not, you don't think that's a big concern?
If you pull gently, the head will come right out with a little piece of skin. Now, with a stinger, however, if your animal is stung, and I think we have some pictures of.
Because I've never really thought about my animal eating. I mean, even being stung in the mouth, probably, because I know my dog is always.
Exactly. They'll snap at bees and they'll get them in their mouth, and you'll see they'll get this very fat face like that. They usually will get stung on the head, and they will get a fat face. And in that situation, if you can see the stinger, don't grasp it with tweezers, because the stingers are very brittle, and you can break them and leave part of it in. The best thing to do is take your fingernail or maybe even the edge of a knife blade and just kind of scrape it along the stinger, and you'll scrape it right out of there. And then you can give your pet an antihistamine, or perhaps go to a veterinarian and get a shot of antihistamine.
Just to make sure.
Just to make sure.
I don't want to run out of time, but we do need to talk about snakes and spider bites too.
Spiders, you know, there's basically the black widow and the brown recluse spider. If they get bitten by a spider, it will create a very nasty, weeping, oozing wound.
You'll see it, know it.
And the only thing you can really do is to prevent that by having your house exterminated for spiders. Snakes, we have 3 types of snakes. We have timber rattlesnake in southern Indiana. We've got the copperhead in central and northern and southern Indiana, and of course the water moccasin. If your animal would get bitten, they usually will get bitten around the head and the neck. The thing to do is to quickly, that's something you do need to take them to the veterinarian for. But if you can identify the snake, that's very helpful, because it helps us to then know what sort of antivenom they need, whether it's polyvalent or monovalent.
Okay, a different kind of treatment for each one, right? If you have more questions, maybe this is something you're dealing with right now and you're thinking, oh, is that what happened to my dog? Head over to Indyvet.com. Follow Indyvet on Facebook for everything that you need to know, too, to take care of your little friends. Thanks. Nice to see you.
Thank you, Angela.
It's 9:19 right now, and we're going to talk about weather. Today's going to be raining out in some parts, sounds like, Ron, right?
Yeah, you know, we at least have that chance for some rain. We're